Welcome back to the Expert Walkthrough for Bloodborne, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and it is time to continue our guided adventure through Yharnam. So in the last episode, we covered Central Yharnam. We looted a lot of really cool stuff. We got Molotovs, the oil urns, the blood cocktails, lots of pebbles. And we also got currency items. These are going to give us blood echoes later when we decide to use them. Now the main appeal of what we got in the last episode was the upgrade items. I had 8 of them. They're not in my inventory now because I used them to upgrade my weapon twice. It is now a Hunter's Axe plus 2. It goes 3 and then 5, so you need 3 to hit plus 1, and then you need 5 to hit plus 2. So we had just enough. We also picked up the torch. The torch is a very useful item. It will serve a very good purpose over the course of this journey. Well, once we get the better version of the torch, which is called the Hunter's Torch. That will be very useful. We also picked up some really awesome clothing that has caused a noticeable difference in our defense and various resistances. So not only do they look cool, but they're going to help us. Alright, so I went to the workshop to upgrade my items. I explained this in the first video, I believe. All you have to do is go to Fortify Weapon. I need 8 Bloodstone Shards now to hit plus 3. Trust me, we'll get plenty. Those will come like candy. And I'm not going to be upgrading the blunderbuss. I don't recommend you upgrade your firearm in the beginning because it's mainly going to be a tool that you use to parry. Or, send dogs flying. I showed you in an example that dogs do not agree with guns. It's fantastic. So there was a correction that I need to make from my previous video. A lot of people were telling me that in the most recent Bloodborne patch, they actually changed the insight shop to require 1 insight. That's probably a good thing. I didn't notice, because I guess by habit, I only ever approached the insight shop when I had 10 insight, enough to go to it. I never noticed that you could go there with less than 10. So that's my bad. That'll be a correction on my behalf. You need 1 insight, according to the recent patch. Well, not recent, but most recent patch, because it's been months. So seeing as how this is a walkthrough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Central Yharnam, and we're going to cover all of it. I'm going to cover all of Central Yharnam because we only covered about half of it in the last video, and we will worry about bosses afterwards. So let's do it. Now the Cleric Beast, which is technically the first boss in the game, it would be the first one that you run into, I suppose. He's actually optional, so we don't have to fight him right now, and we don't have to fight him in order to get to the second boss, which is Father Gascoigne. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save both of them for later. And in this video, we're going to go down into the lower levels of Central Yharnam, like where the sewers are and stuff, and we're going to find some really awesome things. We're going to find a really cool NPC who's going to help us on our journey as well. So we're going to go straight through the shortcut that we opened up. Let's sneak up on this guy. Now you're going to notice the difference in our weapon power. Check this out. Yeah, these guys are cake now. And he dropped a Molotov, which is fantastic. So, our destination, you can go down there and go past those guys. I mean, you can steamroll them. They're really good parry practice. Or, you can just go through here, the shortcut that we opened up. I'm going to go crush these guys real quick. Hey, you, with the face. Well, now they both don't have any health. Oh, I missed. It's a Hunter's Axe. I don't know how you miss with something this big, but then again, I have proven on multiple occasions now over the course of these 3 videos that it is easier than you think to miss with a weapon this big. So this is why I went this way. I wanted to show you guys something. You're going to run over here and you're going to pull this lever. It does not work right now because you actually have to activate that from down there. It's an elevator. You can activate this only after you have tripped the device on the elevator, the stepping pad. And that is going to be our shortcut to Gascoigne. You're going to need it, because I highly doubt you're going to beat him on the first try. So that's where the shortcut is. Like I said, you could have cut directly through there, or you could have gone through the big guys, and just gone up the steps here. Now the purpose behind going here is this is the area that I told you guys not to drop down to. The area that has all the dogs. They're bad news. Now this dog in particular right here, he's going to break out of that cage. What I recommend you do is, while they're not going psycho at the moment, before they have sensed you, run forward and kill him. Because he's going to start biting at the cage. He's only going to have to bite it 2 or 3 times in order to break out. So yeah, just run forward, kill him. Now you're gold. Now that one is going to break out down there. But then again, it's hard to get to him before he breaks out. I don't need to lock on to kill you. Okay. The rest of these dogs are secure. They're stuck in their kennels, and they're not going to hurt you. That's the drop down we were looking at. So these guys are just free blood echoes. And kill them because you can and for no other reason. Now there is one over here. He kind of patrols a little bit. He's guarding an item. So I recommend you wait for him to walk over there. He's going to come back. And just stay out of sight. Don't get his attention. He's going to turn around again while his back is turned. Be quick about it. And more Blood Echo currency items. That's money. And that should be all the doggies over here. There is one over here. He is preoccupied. I don't know what this person did to piss him off, but he wants in there bad. And this dog, you can sneak up on him because he's preoccupied. He's pissed. And take him down.
You're a hunter, aren't you? Then, well, do you know of any safe places?
Okay. So that is a question that you are going to get from multiple NPCs in this game. As we find different safe areas, different hubs, quote-unquote, I'm using air quotes when I say that, you will have the option to tell them to go to different places. It's not something that we can take advantage of right now because we haven't gone anywhere other than the Hunter's Dream that can be considered a hub. But the Hunter's Dream is, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. The Hunter's Dream, the way the lore explains it is basically your brain. It's basically a figment of your imagination. But yeah, you can't send NPCs there. Now there's going to be a guy coming up the steps here with a torch. And he knows you're here as soon as you step in. He can either hear your footsteps or he can smell you or something, but he should be, yep, there he is. As soon as you go a certain distance, here he comes. You should recognize this guy. We've already fought his kind. Now these guys, they're not super tough, but what you need to worry about is their range. Now you can steamroll these guys with damage, because, I mean, they're not physically resilient, like the big guys that have the bricks. I'm going to break all these real quick, just to reveal that you can drop down right here. It does not make any difference which way you go down, they're going to lead to the same place. The only difference that it makes is that you're not going to be able to get the items that are hanging from the chains up there. And you'll also miss out on a really important NPC. So they lead to the same place, but you want to drop down here if you want to make sure you get everything. So we're going to go talk to Eileen first. She's out here. Now, Eileen is valuable for multiple reasons. She has a really cool quest line that will grant you excellent items, and she also gives you gestures.
Oh, a hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now.
Okay. She gave us a very important item. The Bold Hunter's Mark. This is really good for getting out of boss fights if you're not expecting it. And it's also really good for farming. This will take you directly back to the last lantern that you rested at. It doesn't take you to the Hunter's Dream. It takes you back to the last lantern that you rested at. And it doesn't cost blood echoes. This, the Hunter's Mark, this is an infinite item. You don't have a limited number of these. You can use it as many times as you want, and it will take you back to the last lantern you rested at, just like the Bold Hunter's Mark. But you lose all your blood echoes if you use this. This is basically just a free trip back to the lantern.
Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts? No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
And there it be. She gives you a really awesome gesture. I'm going to switch this out for it. Yeah.
What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
Yeah, she's kind of hypocritical. She's the one chilling here in a corner where there's literally no danger. Nothing can get you right here. And she's the one saying, hey, what's wrong? You scared? Get out there and hunt. I'm sitting here like, hey, lead by example. Whatever. Okay, there's nothing else in this room, though. I mean, there's no items you can get from breaking stuff. However, there are items over here. Be careful when you hit these. Those of you who watched my first playthrough of this game, you know the dangers of swinging at these chains. Now, the only way to get these items is to knock them down. You can't loot them right here because they have to break out of these coffin things. But if you have range, use it. One bad swing, and you will fall all the way down there where the item is. You'll lose about half your health, and there are rats down there that will swarm you while you're recovering from the fall. It's ugly. Okay, we got more currency items. Okay, even that was pushing it. That was pretty close. Okay. And that should be everything up here. So now, I'm going to explain to you guys the enemies that are down here. You've got a guy over here. He's stationary. He's not going to move or anything. But then you've got a guy down on the other end there. I don't think we can see him from right here. We're going to have to move a little bit. Okay, I know we should be able to see him in a second. I think we gotta go a little further up. Okay, where are you? There he is. Now I see him. You gotta go way down here to see him. He's all the way at the opposite end, and he's got a gun. He will activate when you attack the guy down there that has the spear item. That's gonna make noise, and he's gonna hear it. He will walk out there, and he will see you, and he will shoot at you. You're going to want to use the pillars to your advantage. Now, he can see us right now. That's no big deal, though, because we can always just walk away. And his aim isn't very good. See? He forgot about us already. But the other guy over here, there's only one guy on this side, and he patrols. He walks up and down. He'll be super easy to deal with. In fact, we can deal with him right now. So we drop down here. No big deal. Barely lost any health. Let's see this guy's patrol pattern. You can see exactly how far he goes. Now, enemies, they can't see through walls, but they can slightly see around corners. It's kind of weird. Like, we should be fine like this. Yeah, he doesn't see us. It's good. man. Yeah, these guys have a big health pool. It is no joke. And then that guy, he can probably see me from right there, but whatever. I don't really care. You can take him out first if you want, because that guy is going to stay there anyways. I mean, there's nothing that's going to make him move other than you attacking him. This dude, he's obviously cake. Alright, now we're going to go take that guy out. You can hear the pitter-patter of rat feet down there. I'll give you a look at the rats in a second. Take this guy out. Now, taking these dudes out with a visceral attack, like I mentioned in the previous video, it is the smartest way to take these guys down because, I mean, they have a very large amount of health. And that gives you a completely safe way of killing them. We don't want to miss our money over here. So you can see rats over there. You can nail these guys with a Molotov if you want. Like, I mean, it's no problem at all. Just kind of, you know, aim your camera. That sucked. I blew that. But, it is, you know, possible. All you have to do is aim your camera and just give it a throw. It spreads, so it'll kill all three of them, no problem. I'm going to go down there and probably just kill them myself. By my own hand. So going out here, you're going to have guys with guns. These guys are not stationary, though. This is new. Most guys that you've seen, well, I think, yeah, at this point in the game, every guy you've seen with a gun is stationary. They don't patrol. But they're not the only problem. You got one of those super aggressive, heavy-hitting guys with the spear thing down there. Those guys are no joke. They will chase you down and crush you while you're getting shot at. It's bad. So that guy's going to walk across the bridge. Easy stuff. Just, you know, just let them patrol. They can't see you from this doorway. You'll be fine right here. But just kind of watch their pattern. You know, you want to get down to this guy without getting shot. Kind of get him over here. This guy, again, he hits hard. Not exactly good parry practice, but, you know, I just want him dead. I want him out of the way. Alright, so now these guys are shooting at you, but bullets move slow in this game. Get more money. And once you get right here, it's easy. It's as easy as standing behind the wall. Well, yeah. Move a little bit so that they can't see you anymore. And eventually, they will start their path again. This guy's about to get fucking wrecked. Well, can't get through the wall, but whatever. I thought he was going to move a little further. Alright, these guys are a good source for bullets. Very good source for bullets. Okay, now over here, breakable items all over the place. It is a distraction. It's a distraction for a reason, because you got crows over here. The crows, told you before, they're bad news. They hide. That one jumps forward. He's on the rafter now. Now he's on the ground. He's going to be down there with the other enemies. That's kind of a pain in the ass. That's okay. These crows are cake. This is why I diverted your attention over to the broken items, like the breakable barrels. You've got a crow that's hiding behind one over here. And as soon as he sees you, he's going to start attacking. And I believe there's going to be even more crows hiding over in the other place. Now, you should recognize this. That's the first entrance of the sewers that we examined. You don't see any enemies over there right now, but that corpse over there, if you can see it directly on the other side, that's where the clothing that we're wearing was on the corpse. And we looked directly down at those things that were guarding the items. So things should be looking a little more familiar. And when you head over this way, you got more crows that are sitting over by the broken items. Keep your eye on the items. Now these crows, we're destroying them. We're making super short work out of them. Because our weapon is upgraded, obviously. But you can't break this, so you gotta go all the way back around if you want to get back. And then we got more items that you can drop down to. Good stuff. Okay. So let's head back over this way, and we're gonna go down the ladder. Actually, I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. There's no items. So we may as well just drop down on that rafter over there to get that item. Why not? I think that crow is still down there waiting for us, too. Okay. You should probably try to get this item from the other side, but I'm lazy. Yay, bloodstone shard. And like I said, we get plenty more. There you are. Oh, pff. Let's try that again. That damage, though. Woo! Okay. Down this way is where the rats are, and that's where the items that we knocked off of the chains will be located. Now the rats, they won't aggro up here. They won't aggro on you until you actually go up on those ledges. Not in my experience anyway. You can hear them running around, but don't worry about it. Now these rats, you definitely want to Peyton Manning these guys. Like, for sure. And we got a madman's knowledge. That is an important item. It's consumable. Skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of great ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with the eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. So, we have no insight. As soon as we use this item to gain insight, we will have insight. Insight is important in the beginning of the game because it unlocks two different things. It unlocks the doll. You guys saw the lifeless doll sitting there. And it also unlocks the insight shop, which we explained before. Now, the insight shop can do wonderful things in the beginning of the game. You can get the option to buy the beckoning bell, which can be used to summon one of the bosses to fight another boss. You can summon Father Gascoigne to fight the cleric beast. So I guess there's really no correct spot to drop down over here. It doesn't matter. And try to land on this stuff so that you don't take like super heavy fall damage, but this rat is a total joke. I was hoping he wouldn't drop anything because I didn't want to go down there just to get it off of him. You got these rats over here. As long as you don't make any noise, the rats can't hear you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these guys down in style. If you're using something like the Hunter's Axe, take its length to your advantage. So one of the items we knocked down was the Saw Spear. It's a cool weapon. It has 85 attack, and has double D's in scaling, and it also has it has that added bonus of extra damage against beasts. But the really wicked thing about this is that unlike the Saw Cleaver, which is one of the starter weapons, it does thrust damage. Yeah. Thrust damage is very important in these games because there are certain enemies that are extremely weak to thrust damage versus just like regular slash. So, I'm going to wreck these guys. I only got one, whatever, it's no big deal. But the only problem with this that I really hate is that there's no way across. So what you have to do is you gotta go all the way back around, climb the ladder again, drop down again. It's a little bit annoying, but I suppose it's really not that big a deal. It's not too inconveniencing. Just make sure you don't drop down on the same side again. And you won't be wasting too much time. So again, there's really no correct side to drop down on. You can get these rats. Oh, that one's that's right, we Molotov'd him, he's dead. Drop some throwing knives, damn it. Okay, more bloodstone shards. Wow. That whiff. I'm telling you guys, the range on this weapon, it is hindering, to say the least. Alright, and that concludes that. So now that we've covered everything over there, it is now time to head in this direction. We want to go down to the end. But before we go down anywhere in this direction where those nasty things are, climb up this ladder. It's going to lead to an NPC and a shortcut. And you can really get a view of your surroundings. Like you see the guy, he's guarding the corpse where we picked up the armor set that we're wearing. And you can kind of see, like, you know, the rooftops in Yharnam, the clouds, buildings. You can see this flying buttress right here, which is a bridge. Okay. There are crows over here, so be on your guard. I always use the extended version of this weapon. And like I explained before, the crows only attack in one direction. That's all they're capable of. That whiff, though. And kind of try to point your camera down towards the crows, because lock-on won't always help you there. We got another Madman's Knowledge, so we can get a total of 2 insight right now. Let me see if there's somebody in here. Yep.
Wretched outsider. Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity.
Yeah, like I said, everyone hates you. Lady, your candle's out, by the way. You don't have any incense. That's not gonna... The beasts are gonna get you. Whatever, not my funeral. This troll over here, I guess it would be a troll or an ogre or something. He's literally using a statue as a weapon. It's ridiculous. It's so cool. But he must die. Ooh, shining coins. We haven't picked these up yet. Various coins that are particularly luminous. There are very few uses for spare change during the hunt, but these will serve as guides through the darkness. Or one can save them until morning, if it ever comes. So the game tells you that this is, I mean, legit currency or whatever. You can't pay for anything with these, but it's a consumable that you can drop. Drop it on the ground, and it shines. You can use these to create a path, just in case it's too dark, or in case you lose your way. They're very easy to get. And once you climb up this other ladder, we're going to find a very interesting but sad NPC.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Please will you look for my mum? Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared.
Alright. You can either agree to help the girl find her mom, or you can refuse. Your results will be different. So, I mean, you will get something for helping her.
Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box.
Okay.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
Alright. So she gave us a music box. Doesn't seem very effective right now, but it will have its use. Notice how she mentioned that her father was a hunter. We will come across this hunter soon, so close by device, summon your inner crunk, pull the lever. So slow. Alright, and you should recognize this area. This is the original fountain area where we ran into our very first set of crows and saw that multi-dog hunter ambush up there. And the other side of that giant door is the big oaf is still knocking at it, and the other side of that door is where they're burning the beast. So this is a very useful shortcut as well. Time to head back down. So that little girl is the second person we've encountered in, well, third. She's the third person we've encountered in this area that doesn't hate us. Because the first person was Gilbert, the sick guy in front of the very first lantern we found. And then the second person being Eileen, the huntress. And then these guys... they're not dead. They're all laying around an item. They're not dead. Use your brain. Okay. Now these guys, they have a lot of health. They're very susceptible to fire. You can kill them very quickly with Molotovs. But I'm cheap, and I want my Molotovs. So, whatever. You don't have to kill these guys. It's completely optional. And they're not mobile at all. They're so extremely slow, you can just pick on them. Look at that. They're helpless. Now, using this really strong R2 attack on them, it's essentially bulletproof. I mean, there's really nothing they can do against it, which is good. Ow. You can see when they do hit you, it's not pretty. So you're just gonna have to... That shriek they do, that... it freaks me out every time. Okay, they drop bold hunter's marks, too. Should be all of them. Okay. Yeah, that's all of them. Cool. You. Die. Oh, wow, that was a great effort. No, you should try again. Yeah, these guys are... Oh, not the spit attack. That's gross. Ew. Alright, then the crows that drop down, they're not a problem. They're just like all the other crows. Kill them in one smack if you have the firepower. There's one over here. Or nope, I think it's the second one. There's one of the hallways down here. There's one hiding in the hallway. I believe there's an item that they're guarding. Hello? Don't do the stomp thingy. Yeah, you don't have to sit here and fight these things. It's not... Well, it's not something that's required whatsoever. I mean, it's tedious to fight them. It's very easy and simple. But, you know, whatever. Just keep your distance. Don't let them combo you. Whatever you do, it's, you know, you're gonna regret it. If you get too careless against these guys, you'll regret it immediately. But they drop, you know, blood vials, bolt hunter's marks. I'm going to spinning win this guy, because he is guarding an item. Bloodstone shard. Cool, and you can hear the bell from down here too. It's really cool. And that should be the extent of the hallways. Alright. Now, before we go confront that Leviathan down there. Yes, there's more crows. Don't let that scare you from behind. we're going to go activate that elevator that we talked about. Because this is where it is. This bridge right here is going to lead to the second boss, Father Gascoigne. I'm going to go ahead and activate that. You don't have to ride it all the way up because obviously you know where it goes. Be careful getting back on this ladder. All you have to do is miss the button, and that's death. You can see the height that we're at. These crows, short work of them. Ow. Okay, so here's how you deal with a pig. Obviously, you're going to deal with him in a narrow space. This is an illusion. It's only a narrow space until you get to where the pig is. Then it's a full-sized room. So the game is testing you right now. It wants to see how brave you are. What you have to do is you have to take this pig full on. Run towards him. Don't lock on. Get behind him. And he's doing the breath attack, which is good. What you want to do is stay behind him. And try to get a visceral on him. And he dropped blood vials. Over here is more soul currency, and this right here is going to be a very important item. This is your first hunter badge. We talked about the badges in the second video. The Saw Hunter badge should be under key items. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop. Attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge, except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. That's going to be your hint that your messenger bath, the one in the corner where we bought the consumables and the armor, has been updated because of this badge. So you show this to them, and you get to buy new equipment. It's fantastic. Now this right here, some of you are going to find out the hard way, but this is a fall to your death. Nothing good comes from dropping down there, even though you can see the bottom. Out here is going to lead... Well, there shouldn't be any items over here, not that I know of. Nope, okay. This is a cool spot, though. I mean, you can kind of see, like, bridge way up there. It's just... I don't know. There are some really awesome views in this game. Now, going up here, if you notice the direction that we went directly under that bridge. That's where the pig was. This little tunnel we went through, it literally follows the giant bridge we looked at that leads towards the boss, Father Gascoigne. So naturally, we got to the end of the tunnel, you go up to the ladder, and here you are, on the other side of the bridge. Those guys are all running down there now, which they're about to get bowling balled by that thing. Oh yeah, and we just got all the blood echoes. Cool. So when you go up here, you're gonna have to deal with a big guy. The guy that has the torch and the shield, he lit the ball on fire and killed his own men, which is fantastic. It's that kind of mechanic exists in all the Souls games. But like I said before, he turtles behind the shield. He's not gonna bum rush you. The big guy is gonna bum rush you. You're not gonna have a whole lot of room up here, so what you want to do is probably try to get some parry practice on him if you want to get rid of him the fastest. Oop. I'm just gonna finish him off with a jump. There we go. You die. Blood vials, Molotov, wicked. Oh, you got all but one. I still give him an A- though. He cleaned up pretty well. There shouldn't be any items off to the side that I know of. It's all over now. It's all ogre now. Okay. So now we're gonna head up into this direction. I love the bell. I love how the bell is... Oh, man. The sound. I've said it before, I'll say it again, the sound in this game is just... oh. Okay, so this part, you can do one of two things. You can visceral attack this guy right here with a torch. It'll probably kill him in one visceral attack if you've upgraded your weapon. And it'll knock that guy back. It'll stun him temporarily so you can kill this guy, and then deal with the guy that has the spear. I'm gonna be an idiot, and I'm gonna strong attack both of them. Kill that guy. Bloodstone shard, thank you. And an oil urn. Useful, useful. This guy looks like a hunter, I would say, judging by his corpse. You get bold hunter's marks off of that guy. We want a lot of those, because we're going to be doing a lot of fast trips. This right here is where the second boss takes place. You don't have to fight him when you get here. This is completely your choice. As soon as you step through that doorway, the boss fight is going to ensue. I mean, this door, this frame right here, the instant you set foot through the door frame, the cutscene will play, and you will be inside the boss fight. I don't want to fight him yet, because what I want to do is I want to get back to the Hunter's Dream, but it's a damn good thing we got these, isn't it? Time to use one. Okay. The Kirk Hammer, or otherwise known on my channel as the Bonk. We will definitely be buying that thing. It's a great weapon. Okay, so that is the entirety of Yharnam. We basically did everything except the bosses. Let's see if Gilbert has anything new to say.
Across the valley to the east of Yharnam, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood. Across the valley, deep within, I have that's...
He doesn't have anything to say now, but that was technically different than his other dialogue, but he's basically giving us, you know, like a refreshed version of what he already told us. We're supposed to head east to Cathedral Ward, and we will get there after we fight Father Gascoigne, because past him leads directly to Cathedral Ward. So we're going to head back to the Hunter's Dream. I don't believe I picked up enough of those shards to upgrade again, but we're going to find out. And I'm also going to use my Madman's Knowledge so I can gain insight to activate the doll, and we're going to level up and use our currency items. We're also going to look at the messenger shop, the insight shop. Okay, I could upgrade the spear, but I don't want to. I'm saving for the hunter axe. I need 3 more, which is no problem at all. So we'll repair our stuff. It only costs 49. Chump change. Okay, so let's use both of these. Now the doll is no longer going to be asleep. Well, I guess we're going to have to probably quit and reload or something, or refresh our game in order for that to take effect. But now you can see these guys are here. They popped out of the water. Buy with insight, make trades with messengers using insight. We can buy punch and blood cocktails, and that's it. That's all we can have right now, which is, yeah, that's fine. That's whatever. No biggie. But let me... actually, instead of quitting and reloading, we need to leave again anyway. I'm going to show you guys a really cool mechanic back at the Yusefka's clinic. We're actually going to go meet Yusefka. Because when you go back in this direction, it's a very interesting line of dialogue. She will have the door closed so that you can't get back into the original room where you started the game. It's kind of weird. It's kind of creepy. Kind of unsettling. That's okay. That's how we like our video games, am I right? Okay, there's these stairs right here. See how the door is closed now. And you get the option to talk.
Are you out on the hunt. Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Alright, she gives you the Yosefka's blood vial.
Now, go. And good hunting.
Okay. Now, if you move your camera around a little bit, like you see these holes in the window, you can kind of see her face. You can see her hand, too. As you continue to further her dialogue, you'll notice that her hand looks different. Like, I mean, you'll see that she's, like, holding a weapon. It's weird. Yosefka is not what she seems. The more you continue her dialogue, she will continue to give you more Yosefka's blood vials. It's not like your regular blood vial, though. It is a regular consumable that you can equip to your bar. You can only have one of these. It's a blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP, the product of a slow and careful refinement process. This rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. So, as the description says, it is more potent than your regular blood vial. And you can only have one at a time. So you use this, you come back, and you can get another one. And I believe you can get up to 7 of these from her before her quest line ends, and she doesn't give any more.
Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
Okay, now she says that because obviously I still have one in my inventory. I'm not going to waste it to further her dialogue right now because I don't particularly care for her quest line until later. But yeah, if you continue to use them and keep talking to her as you progress through the game, she will give you more of them. And just keep in mind that you can only have one. So if you keep trying to go back for more and she doesn't give you any, it's probably because you already have one. It'll be a useful item. It's really good for bosses. I mean, you can use it every bit as fast as a regular blood vial, but it heals more HP. Hello. Give me the gift. Consume insight and ring the beckoning bell to enlist the corp. Yeah. Silencing blank. Okay, so we have the beckoning bell and the the silencing blank. The beckoning bell is how you summon other players and NPCs into your world for multiplayer, and then the silencing blank, you fire that, and it will release them from your world. The doll is officially awake.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
Okay. Now, if you talk to her, she does say various different things. Nothing she says is particularly interesting. Kind of helps with lore, maybe a little bit. She says a couple interesting things that will shed light on the story. But channeling blood echoes is obviously how you level up.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. When somebody says that to me, I'm not expecting them to channel my blood echoes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, she's actually the same voice actress for the Maiden in Black from Demon Souls. It's pretty cool. But I can level up. I'm level 10 now, so I can level up 7 times. That's fantastic. I'm level up my skill 1 time. I will do twice. And then I will take this up twice. The other 2 levels, I will save the rest of my blood echoes for the shop. How about that? So yeah, this looks like totally reasonable right now.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I think I just might. Cool. Okay, now, notice how there's another one. There was only one before, and now there's another one, and he's holding an item. That would be the blue elixir, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the blue elixir he's holding, or a blood vial, or something, whatever. We can now buy weapons and equipment. We can buy the saw cleaver, saw spear, hunter axe, and the threaded cane. We can also buy the hunter pistol and the blunderbuss, even though we already have those. We don't need to, but, yeah, we already have the blunderbuss, and we don't need to buy a hunter pistol. I'm going to be using a lot, and I mean a lot, of different weapons. One of those weapons I intend to use is the threaded cane, so I will buy that now. Alright, how many? I have 5. Okay. I'm going to save those for my threaded cane, because I'm going to be upgrading that. The threaded cane is really cool. May as well equip this for a secondary, as it is. This thing is really cool. Its regular moveset is, you know, kind of like a scimitar or a curved sword. Has a thrust attack, which is very useful. You can turn it into a chain type weapon. When you do this, it has very good range. You get to whip the shit out of somebody and tell them good day. Alright, so we'll keep that for our backup, but I believe that is going to conclude it for today. So we covered all of Yharnam, and we covered the Yusefka's clinic. We got you know, the Yusefka's blood vial from her, and we also awakened the doll and showed the inside shop. So we can't buy anything but the blood cocktails from the inside shop. It's a little bit useless right now, but the doll, we can level up with her. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to use all of my blood echo currency items, and I'm going to level up as much as I can before I end the video real quick. Yeah, we're banking. Good
Welcome
stuff.
home. What is it? Very well.
Alright. Can level up 3 times. That's fine. I think we'll do... That'll work. Level 18 is fine for now. And we'll get plenty more.
Farewell, good hunter.
Okay. So, that is all of Central Yharnam that we can cover right now. What we're going to do in the next video is we are going to take down the Cleric Beast and Father Gascoigne back to back, and then we are going to head into Cathedral Ward and progress the main storyline. So, thank you guys so much for watching as always. I have been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and I will catch all of you in the next video.